This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian. Movie reviews and more. Women on TV.tv, IT 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. Streaming live, obviously, worldwide on over 100 platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, and all the other platforms around the world. So this is a special show because I've been waiting to do this show for over 2 years, actually almost 3 years. I talk about these women all the time. Yes, Donna, I even talk about you. And I wanted to expose everybody around the world of what these young ladies do, because in 2018, when I first came to Tennessee, I saw something beautiful. I saw something special. And I've been telling everybody about this around the world for the longest time. I love what they do. I'm not even going to talk anymore. So obviously we have nonstop Terri Marie out of Sedona Beach, California. We have Rachel Roberts Recipes out of Houston, Texas. They're all going to join us within the 2 hours in Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm going to start off here. I'm going to have you introduce yourself, followed by John, followed by Patricia, and then Moralia will be coming in. Go for it.
So you want me to start?
I do. You go ahead.
Okay. I'm Lynda Evjen, president of Nashville Women in Film and Television, and I'm so honored to be here as part of this webcast tonight. And we are getting excited about our SwiftSummit that's May the 19th through the 22nd. And we're so excited to have Brian and his team here to be part of the panelists as well as the host of the luncheon. And it's going to be a great summit for all involved. The panelists are incredible. And my background is theater and film and all that kind of stuff. I was a film commissioner in California. I've been an actress since I was 3 years old, and do lots of stuff. And love you all.
All right, Donna, go ahead, go for it. You get to show off this time. I've been waiting for this.
Hi, my name is Donna Caldwell. I am the director of program for Nashville Women in Film and Television. I came to Nashville from Los Angeles after 15 years at Paramount Pictures Television, working in the music licensing department, which made it perfect to just simply slide into Nashville, having contacts on the publishing side, the label side, and the California contacts on the TV and film side. And as Lynda said, this week we are doing our annual Swift Summit, and lots of amazing panelists. And what we do is bring people together from all over the South. We have attendees coming from Tennessee, from Alabama, from Arkansas, from Florida,
Mississippi,
all over the South. It is an amazing event, and it culminates on Saturday night with our Alice Awards, and we are honoring great women who have made strides in the entertainment industry, both film and music. People like Kelly Lang, Jeannie Seeley, Mandy Barnett. So it will be an amazing event for anyone who attends.
And Patricia, one of the other young ladies that I like to talk to throughout the year. Talk about who you are and where you came from.
Thank you for that young lady thing. I really appreciate that. Oh, yes, I'm Patricia Leonard, and I am not from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm from Indiana, and I came here with an interest in just living in another area. I'm a gypsy at heart, and I love trying different things. And I would say I came from corporate America. However, I put together a one-woman show when my son was 16. It was called I've Got a Date. Then it changed to Wearing High Heels in a Flip-Flop World. And now it is about Hello South. Actually, it's really about a woman who reinvents herself. And I am going to be doing the moderator for the Reinvention of Self panel at the summit. And I'm so excited about this. You know, we were talking about getting it together this week and pulling this off, this summit for the 19th, 20th, and 22nd. And it feels like a wedding. It feels like you're rushing, trying to get everything done. And the big deal about the whole thing is it's a networking event where community comes together and they learn from each other. We have people that have done made films, had their own TV show, written books, and we have those attending that have that background and that interest. So my latest book right now that I'm writing is called Hello South. I'm always doing something. I guess I just want to try everything in the world before I lay down someday and just say this is it. But I encourage. I've been a business coach, an individual career coach, and just in general, I'm a motivator. I'm a relationship builder. I love people, and I'm so glad I see someone here, all of you, that I'm going to be working with this week, and I'm so excited to be part of this. It's going to be a fabulous event, like Donna and Lynda have both said, and I'm so grateful to be part of it, even though we all wear ourselves out trying to get it together. So thank you, Brian, for giving us this little shout out to help people know a little bit more about what's going on in Nashville, Tennessee. There is so much happening, a new studio coming in the Hendersonville area. So it's a wonderful time to be in film, television, or any part of the arts. And we'll have a splash of all of them at the Women in Film Swift Summit this week. Thank you so much. Nice to see you all.
Terri, so remember the last time that we were here? We had a great time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Terri dropped.
It's really hard.
Terri, talk about the last time we were here. Remember all the stuff we went through?
Oh
Me?
my gosh.
Oh, Lynda.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
I kind of got a bad connection, but it's so good to see everybody. So I cannot wait to see Lynda and Donna and Patricia, everybody. Brian and I met, like, was it 2019?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2019.
Anyway, this will be the second time I attended Swift, and I'm very excited. And yeah, so I'm very excited to be speaking with the panel again, and talking about new projects and positive things from the future, putting all the past 2 years behind us, and so I'm really, really excited, Brian.
Okay, Rachel Roberts. So this will be your first time traveling in like 7 years. And I don't know, when's the last time you went to Tennessee?
Brian.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, this is funny. I pulled out my suitcase to go and to start packing, and there was a diaper there. So and my kid is 14 now. So that just goes to show you how long it's been since I've gone anywhere. Okay, but guys, I want to tell you, first of all, I'm Rachel Roberts and from Houston, Texas, and I'm a home chef, but I'm more than that. In my 20s, I wanted to, become famous and, go into acting. So I was taking classes and whatnot. So always loved the camera. I've always been a natural at it. My mom organized performing group tours all over the world. And so at a very young age, she told me when I was like 11 or 12, she was like, look, I'm going to Europe and I'm leading a group of thousands of people. You're going to go to Hong Kong and you're going to be in charge of these people. And I'm like, but Mom, I've never even been to Hong Kong. And she's like, don't worry about it. You've watched me for years. You've got this. So it's from a very young age, I've talked to large groups of people and I've always been comfortable in front of the camera, but cooking is also my passion. So what I do is I shoot a lot of videos from my kitchen. I do cooking and every morning I have a little show. It's like coffee talk and I'm always got the camera going. But I really, when did this all become what it is for me now is through social media, and it's all started with COVID. So when COVID started, I really wanted to stay connected to people. So I would turn on the camera and I would go live and I would do all these things. So this is so exciting that Brian invited me to come out to Nashville. I feel like these panels that I'm going to be talking to you guys about, I feel like these questions were made for me because I have reinvented myself. In my 20s, I was a different person. In my 30s, I was just this frumpy mommy. And then in my 40s is really when I became who I am today. I'll be 50 in a couple of years. I'm 48. And I feel like I've completely reinvented myself through social media and through everything that has happened in our world. So there are so many things I'm excited about sharing with the people out there. I have a lot to say, and I'm not afraid to open my mouth and talk about it. So guys, yeah, here I come. I can't wait to see you all and talk to you and meet all of you. Yeah.
Yes.
So Lynda, I think that's one of the fun things about, spreading the word and telling everybody around the world what women in film and television do in Nashville, but seeing how it's spread around different states so far. Talk about that aspect and why that's important and how people can sign up and also getting tickets for this weekend too.
Yes. We have started an affiliates program for new and new organizations that do not have their 501c3 yet. And so they become an affiliate of Nashville Women in Film, and they're able to form their organizations and give them time to get their 501c3 set up. So we've done that with Alabama. We've done that with Arkansas. I've been approached by Mississippi now. And so we have a lot going on in the South with filmmaking. And I'm so excited. We have pushed real hard here in Tennessee for film incentives. And I got a note yesterday from the governor's office telling me that that the film incentives are going to change and that there's going to be some more film incentives. So that's real exciting to me, and the work that we've put into this to show how important it is. We have 14 or 15 schools here, public schools that teach film and television. And those students, if they don't have jobs, they will leave the state. They'll go to uh, Georgia, to Atlanta, to LA, to Florida, and things like that. Years and years ago, as an actress, we had to go to Canada to get work because there wasn't any work in the 70s and 80s. And I can remember that. And it's important that we have opportunities for these up and coming filmmakers and actors and actresses and stunt people and all the people involved to be a part of everything that we're doing. And that's what our passion is to provide opportunities for these people to have jobs and to fulfill their dreams. That's real important
Mhm.
in life. Is you got to feel like that you're making a difference. And I think if you're working in your craft, then you're making a difference. And that's what's important. And we have so much wonderful stuff that's going to be at this summit uh, for the young people and for the people out there that are filmmakers and producers and looking for distribution and looking for things. It's really going to be valuable.
Mhm.
Donna,
So
talk about coming from your background. What made you come from Hollywood, California, to go to Nashville? And what did you see when you got here? Because there's a lot of people that go to California, and I keep saying, no, you need to go more towards the south. Don't come to California. Go to Nashville.
well,
Okay.
That was
yeah, that's a good question. I came here because of my husband's desire to be here. And at first I thought, well, am I going to keep acting, or what am I going to do? Am I going to retire, or what am I going to do? And I got involved with a little bit of community theater, which is always good for any actor to do. And then I have a good friend, Connie Maynard, who's one of our members. And Connie said to me, well, do you have an agent? And I said, well, my agent died in LA. So I've got to come up with a new one. And so anyway, we went down and met with Talent Trek. And before you know it, we were working and having jobs. And it was really interesting to me because I kept thinking, well, I need to lose weight. I need to have a facelift and all this. But no, I was getting the jobs as this fat old lady. So that was good. So,
all right, Donna. Same question for you, if you remember it.
Yeah, I remember it. For me, it was different. At Paramount, my boss wanted each member of the staff to immerse themselves in a genre of music, to become the expert in a genre. And nobody else in the office wanted to do country. Everybody wanted to do rock or pop or hip hop. And when they said country, everybody said no. And I said, I'll do country. And what nobody realized is that because there were no country labels or country publishers in LA, being the country expert required trips to Nashville. So twice a year I would come to Nashville to set up meetings, to establish relationships, to start working with people so that we could easily use their songs in our projects. And I just fell in love with the city. I love the people. I love it is just a really cool city. Now, back then it was a little bit more laid back. It's becoming very, very well, actually very Hollywood.
yeah.
But back then it was really laid back. And I totally enjoyed it every time I came. So when the opportunity came to move, I said, I'm gonna move to Nashville. And I've been here ever since. And I absolutely love it.
If you have a question, go for it.
It's what?
Rachel, go ahead if you have a question.
Oh, Rachel. Okay.
Oh no. I didn't. But yeah, I love Nashville, and I can't wait to go this week and to meet all you guys. And yeah, what a cool experience this is going to be. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to get there.
What are you looking forward to? Nonstop.
We can't hear Terri.
Terri, you on mute.
She's got her mic off.
She froze.
Yeah.
There you go, Terri. Go ahead. It's a connection.
Talk, Terri.
It's a connection.
I can't turn my mute on.
It's on.
It's off. She's going back and forth. That's funny. All right, so Patricia, Terri, when you get it, jump in. Patricia, talk about what made you go to Nashville and why WIFT and why Swift Summit is important to you. Patricia.
Oh, Patricia, what was the question again?
Why women film and television is important to you and why people should come to Nashville, Tennessee to support this.
Well, the interesting thing is I always wanted to perform. I was in politics, and so I was on television a lot, working in my political role. But I didn't, that wasn't my bag as much as doing my show or somehow being on a coaching show in television. That's always been my dream. And so when my son graduated from college, I just left. I sold my home and moved here and started doing my one-woman show at a little dive here in town. And I loved it. And I started meeting people. And women in film and television, I did not really understand the organization at that time. However, I remember one day I read a note that was on Facebook, and it said, "We're looking for a membership chair for women in film." And I went, that's me. I'm a membership kind of person. I love making friends. So I went, never met any of the people, but I went to one of the events and they liked me and I liked them. And I wanted to get close to the film industry, even though that's not something I had done. I'm very creative and I write songs. I have a one-woman show. I do all these kind of creative things. Speaking, I may come out as a magician sometime, or I make, you never know. And I did this in corporate America, and I thought, I was doing my acting then. Why not go to Nashville where it's happening? But I'm like Donna. When I first came here, even from Indiana, it was like I stepped back 10 years in time. It was so different. I was close to Chicago, so it was really different down here. But in the last 20 years, I've been here about that long now. In the last 20 years, it's moved into a metropolitan city. And women in film has grown. We're still meeting a lot of people that don't even know what women in film. And that's why the summit is so important, because it's starting to let them see what we're doing in the industry here. And as Lynda said, the governor is even noticing that these are jobs we're providing. I have a young man that's coming to help me out with my registration, because that's what I do. He's only 14 years old, but he wants to know more about the industry. So we are reaching every aspect of our society here and in the surrounding areas. It's growing into being a real attraction for Nashville, Tennessee. And that's one of the reasons I came here initially, even though at the time it wasn't that big.
Hey, Roxy, you got your mic on?
I'm back.
All right, Terri, go for it.
Yeah, I decided to leave and come back because for some reason I'm having technical difficulties. I think we're still in a retrograde, right? That might be it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you asked what I was excited for. I'm excited to see everybody again. I'm excited to talk about reinventing yourself. I kind of went, and I'll talk about this too, because I think it's a part of reinventing yourself. I kind of went through some depression up until lately, which I'm coming out of, which I think that we all do. But I think sometimes if I go into a state of depression, I come out of it and I'm more creative. I don't know. That's just me. Everybody's different. Everybody feels everything differently. So I'm really excited because I've got some goals that I want to, now that I've came out from under my rock, it's time for me to surprise everybody. So I've really gotten involved in the world. I know everybody's scared about their finances right now, but I've really gotten into the world of investing, and I like to talk about that, NFTs and crypto, and where I think that's going. I've got my own FT project going, which is really currency. I mean, people want to call it art, but it is really currency. So I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to talk about, being in my 50s and going to be competing again and trying to stay healthy. Because as Rachel said, no one's the same person. And it's like, I'm going through this weird period of my life where, I'm in my, I'm in my early 50s, and it's been kind of hard to accept but it's kind of part of life. And so I guess I'm accepting it. So I kind of want to talk about how us as women deal with that too, of aging. So there's a lot of stuff that I would like to talk about that in a positive manner, if that makes sense. I think I've done a lot of growing in the last year. So I'll stop rambling now, but that's kind of like what I'm excited to talk about.
Terri Marie, I've been there and done that, and it's not bad. Getting 50 is not bad.
No, I'm turning 54, and I think that once, like when I first turned 50, I was like, oh, okay, this is okay. But I just think now I'm kind of reflecting on my life and like maybe some of the things that I wished I had done. I can't take it back. Like once, like I'd never had kids, and like I always want to be a mom. That ship has sailed. It's not possible anymore. And it's I had to come to grips with certain things that I want in my life will never happen, and it's difficult. But you can't dwell on it. I have to go forward, right, and just work on other things that I'm passionate about. If that makes sense.
Terri, Terri, I want you to know that being a mother is a special thing, but that opportunity is not gone away for you.
Well,
because my point is that there are a lot of children in the world that need attention, and you might come to a point in your life where you want to adopt or foster a child, and that's really as much, once they're in your life, they are your child.
Yeah, I get that. I just wanted to go through the experience of having my own flesh and blood. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a lot of people can relate to that. Some can't. And I understand about adopting right now. Right now, it's not really the time for me to do that because there's other things that I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
Where I guess I'm kind of I'm accepting on where I am. I'm accepting the choices that I made. I'm accepting some of the reasons that I am where I am is because I made bad choices. But they were all learning experiences, and I really don't think that I should take those back because I wouldn't be who I am now if I didn't have them.
That's right.
Another thing is a lot of people, like, I kind of got to the point where like, oh my God, I'm 50, it's over. It's not over. I mean, I'm still here. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that I'm starting my NFT work, and then I'm going to start competing again. Fitness is something that you can do. I mean, there are certain fitness competitors that are still up there in their 80s doing it. So you can always be an inspiration. I read this article about this other woman who started pole dancing and competing and is a champion. She started, I think, when she was 60. So, I mean, there's like, the world has changed. The world's changed for women, and we need to empower ourselves. And a lot of times I still see with women my age, jealousy because whether, with fitness for something, if you have a friend that's like, gained weight or like they, it's like jealousy stuff comes out, and like I don't know why women aren't more supportive of other women.
Right on.
Instead of,
I think that's why I like women in film and television. It's about supporting people in general. I'm not a woman, but I'm around a lot, and I even joined the organization because so technically I must be a woman. So I use a lot of my female energy.
You're just around all of us all day. That's all.
Well, I'll tell you something that's real important in life, and that is to respect and love even your enemies,
Mhm.
you know, because everybody, you don't know what shoes that they're walking in, and you
Mhm.
don't know what their life is about. And so uh, it's important that you build people up so that you uh, gain from it.
Mhm.
You know, it's really important. And age is a beautiful thing because you get experience that you can teach to other people. And that's a wonderful gift that God gives you,
Mhm.
is your age, because you have experienced so much and done so many things and all that. But it's important. It's so important that you love even your enemies, and you uh, raise them up uh, in spite of yourself, because you never know where some other person is going or has been. And it's important to understand that, and to always be tolerant. Always be tolerant. And we preach that within our troops, and we work hard to get people jobs and to refer each other. And I think that that's real important that we do that and refer each other to for jobs and for experiences. And never forget that rejection is God's protection. And we all have uh, a life that nobody can travel on. And we have to love our enemies.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking as you're talking, Lynda, we just lost Naomi Judd.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that this is to add to your comments, Lynda,
Yeah.
is love can build a bridge. It's
Yes.
to from my heart to yours. And so I think that's very important if we learn how to first love ourselves, because
Mhm.
the only place that competition or not wanting to support others comes because we do not like ourselves very well. And
Absolutely.
if we love ourselves, God first, then love ourselves second, then we have the capacity to love other people. And Naomi and Winona said it best: love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. And I'm not a singer, but I just sing anyway.
You are. That was awesome. Yay.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. I'm gonna love you.
Plastic.
Oh,
That was great.
And we love you, Brian.
Hey, I'm doing my best.
Yes.
Hey, Rob,
yes.
Yes.
what do you think about the ladies? Because I talk year round about these women.
You're
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we are today we don't have to be teachers or nurses. We can be whatever we want to be. And when I was growing up, that's all you could be, was a teacher or a nurse. So I talked to a gal today at the dentist office, and she said, "Isn't it amazing that we can do whatever we want to do?" And we grew up thinking that we couldn't do anything. So, and it is a man's world, but we have men in our organization. Not only you, Brian, but we have Chris Barkley, who owns Bonsai Creative, and they're doing great and wonderful things. And we have John Nagy, who's was a ER nurse and who has gotten into the acting world, and he just loves helping us. And Howard Wiggins is a character who is
That's a
trying to
good
find
way to
his
put
way.
it.
Yeah, he
Donna,
loves the
Donna,
limelight.
talked about that, so I wanted to know, Donna, what were you laughing at?
What?
What were you
He's a
laughing about?
character.
How?
Yeah.
Well, he is a character, but but for you, you're gonna meet all of them. They're gonna all be at the summit,
Yes.
and we do appreciate our male allies,
Yes.
and you're one of them.
I love men.
Yeah.
I love men too.
Yep.
Hey, so Roxy, talk about this. What do you think of the young lady so far?
I'm just blown away by how encouraging and caring that they all are of each other. They're so strong and on the mission to make things happen, and they're doing it. And I love it. I'm watching everybody grow and stand beside each other.
Tell them about your Monday night show.
My Monday night show is RA Nation, where we get musicians or people in the music industry together, and it's on W4CY or Music Familia Productions on YouTube every Monday evening at 9 Eastern time. And we talk to the people in the music industry so we can have everybody grow together. Everybody's always learning. And so we use experiences from others to help guide in the new musicians or anybody else in the industry. So
That's wonderful.
All right, Rachel, what did you make tonight?
Okay, so guys, I'm 48, at this age than I've ever felt in my entire life. One of the things I made, every week we do these shows and I always make something. This week I made the chicken that I wanted to share with you because I'm bringing out I make this great chicken spice. So I'm bringing out bag chicken spice. I call it, I put it on. It's fantastic. So tonight, the chicken with the chicken spice, and then some, mashed potatoes with corn, which is really for my boys because I eat low carb, and then the broccoli. And I always make a cocktail because my thing is eat clean so you can drink a little dirty.
Love it.
Tonight's cocktail. So it's really, really hot here. I don't know. Is it hot in Nashville? As in Houston, it is just blazing hot.
Yes, it's hot.
Right now, it's hot here too. It's hot in Texas. So when I think of cocktails, I want to think of something light, something refreshing. So tonight was, first of all, I freeze fruits all the time. I cut up fruit for the kids, mangoes, blueberries, grapes, and I put in the freezer. And instead of ice cubes, I just put them in the bottom of my glass. So tonight's cocktail was just simply some Prosecco over some mango and blueberries and grapes. So it's just light and refreshing, and it's delicious. So I'm being 48, I myself have, I'm getting older, and I feel more confident and more beautiful than I've ever felt in my entire life. And so, yeah. And I think that part of it is eating healthy and eating clean. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about that, those are some of the things I want to talk about. Also, how through social media, how I have reinvented myself as who I am today with Rachel Roberts Recipes, and how that's helped me on my journey. And so I've got a lot to say, and I can't wait to meet all of y'all and talk about it.
Rachel, talk about your garden and why that's important.
Oh, yeah. So I everything, and so I believe that every day when you cook, you should if you grow things, you should try to use something from the garden. So I like to plant, in every little space I've got. People always say, oh my gosh, you must have acres of land. No, I just push everything together. I've got lots of fruit trees, and I've got lots of vegetables, and I've got all the herbs. And then I walk around my garden in the morning, and it's, I say, what does God bless, with today? And I find whatever is, and that's how I get inspiration on what I want to cook for that evening. And so, if it goes right, I've got lots of those. So making things like ceviche and things like that is, what's happening right now. Lots of basil. My figs are coming in. I've got grapes growing in through the figs. And anyway, yeah. So try every day to use a little something from your garden. I think that it helps, your body and healing. And so, yeah, that's a big part of it.
So Donna, talk about how people, why that's important, and why they should come down to support women in film and television.
Okay. I was just looking over the schedule, and even our titles are important. If a young person or an older person wants to get involved in the entertainment business, this summit is for them. Some of the titles are How to Write Your Best Story, Getting the Word Out, PR, Advertising, and Marketing, um, unions, guilds, and commissions, learning who you need to uh, get in contact with. Then there's your panel, Brian, the power of social media. Social media is so important in 2022, so different than it was a few years ago. We have negotiating the film festival circuit. Um, a lot of times getting a film in a festival is the beginning of the life of that film. And we have people from various film festivals across the South letting folks know this is what we're looking for. And this is what you need to do if you want your film to be accepted in our festival. We have the In the Trenches panel. That's one of my favorites because that is for the people who get down and dirty, that actually do the work. You know, the grips, the gaffers, the hairdressers, the wardrobers, the people who are actually doing the work. And then the one thing that most independent filmmakers, what they're interested, how to pitch and fund that project, uh, making that money, getting the funding so that you can complete your film is something that independent filmmakers struggle with. And we have the experts who will explain exactly what they need to do to get the money, how to pitch that project so that you get that yes, and then how to get it distributed. So we got a lot happening, and we really want to be as helpful and resourceful and assist as many up and coming filmmakers as possible. So that's why we're really excited about this event.
And information on tickets also. Can't forget that, right?
Yeah. Okay. The entire event costs $150, but with that $150, you get all these panels. We got 18 panels, plus you have the songwriters luncheon, the fashion show with well-known designers like Jonathan Kane from Project Runway, Manuel, who has dressed everybody from Elvis to all the country artists that are still out there.
Made the Lone Ranger's mask.
And make the Long Ranger's mask, yes. And then again, what I mentioned at the beginning, the Alice Awards, which is an opportunity to have a little glitz and glamour because it is a black tie event. If all you want to do is go to that, that's $75. But to get all of this good stuff, it's $150. And on Sunday, the Faith and Film breakfast. And most people are familiar with the movie I Can Only Imagine. Well, that's the Irwin brothers who produced that. Well, their mom is going to be talking to us at the Faith and Film breakfast, talking about her sons and how, how involved she was in raising them as the creative masters that they have become. And then after the Faith and Film breakfast, we'll be screening a number of films. So it will be an amazing weekend for anybody interested in making a film and even folks who just want to watch films. So it's going to be happening.
See, if I didn't know anything about that, I would automatically want to go and to be here because that just sounds exciting, and it is exciting. And just being here for me is an honor because I love what you women do. It's a lot of work behind the scenes, and that's one reason why I like to support what you do here. So, Patricia, give your social media links and what you look forward to really quickly.
I didn't hear it again. I'm sorry.
Oh, give your social media links and what you look forward to this weekend.
Okay, my social media link is patricialeonard.net, and I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm the high heel shoe woman. And yes, and my website is patricialeonard.net. So most everything is patricialeonard.net. And I'm on Twitter. But anyway, I'm looking forward this week. What am I looking forward this weekend is to see the smiles on people's faces as they walk out and say, I am really glad that I came. I learned this, I learned that. And that I've made some new friends, and I will have, and that others have made some new friends, and that we have made an impact on Nashville, Tennessee, the business section, because that's where my background comes from, is the business. And I think there's so much opportunity for entrepreneurs, for people who want to get involved in corporations that are doing this kind of work, because corporations have film. So I'm really looking forward to meeting some new people, hugging some others, because I'm a hugger, hugging some that I know, and hopefully learning something for our summit next year too. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. And Brian, I'd like to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to let us say something about what's going on in Nashville, and specifically with this Women in Film SWIFT Summit. Thank you so much.
Donna, give your social media links and what you look forward to really quickly.
Hotspot.
Well, my media links are for my show, which is Hotspot Nashville, TV.com, Hotspot Nashville on YouTube. Please watch that. And Hotspot Nashville without the E on Instagram. So that's how you can find me. But I do want to say, for anybody who wants to buy tickets for the summit, swiftsummit.net. Swiftsummit.net. Go there, get your tickets.
Nonstop, go for it. What do you look forward to?
Nonstop Terri Marie on all platforms, and then terrimarieofficial.com.
What do you look forward to?
What? I thought I told you guys. I was looking forward to seeing everybody, and reconnecting with everybody and hear everybody's stories again, and hopefully grow from others, and hopefully I can help some other people. Yep.
And Rachel, social media links and what you look forward to this weekend.
Okay, you can find me on Rachel's Recipes. Join me in the mornings for talk. I connect on all sites because that's what I'm really about. Not only meeting I've never met Brian or Terri in person. So I'm super excited about meeting all of y'all and Brian and Terri for the first time. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. Thank you, Brian, for inviting me out here.
We're looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to meeting you two in person too. We're going to have a blast.
And Lynda, you get the last word.
Well, I just want to tell you all how exciting all of you are. Rachel, I grew up in Dallas, so there you go. And went to the University of Texas. Yep, so I know Texas. And my father built Richardson and Garland. How about that?
Wow.
And anyway, yes, we're excited about what's happening here this May the 19th through the 22nd. And as Donna said, go to swiftsummit.net for your tickets and to see all the great panels that we'll have. And we'll have books for sale. We'll have vendors there also, so you can buy little goodies to take home with you. And you're going to see some of the most amazing people that you can imagine that will be here. And I can't thank Brian enough for all that he's done and for hosting our lunch, which will be over at Film House on Saturday. And we've got a lot of great things happening, and we hope that you'll all buy tickets and will show up and come and support us. And it won't be you won't regret the fact that you came and saw what all we're doing, because it's really incredible. And I love you all, and I can't wait to have Rachel cook. I should have. Why didn't we know about Rachel's cooking so she could have made the banquet dinner?
I didn't think about it. We talked about it months ago.
Next
So
year.
we were going to do that. So,
Next year.
but you work with what you have. So I got to say this. I want to thank everybody for doing this, because I've been wanting to do this for years. This is not the last time that we're going to do this. We're going to do it in person one time too. So it's really, really important. And I love film and television. I love the Swift Summit. It's one of the most things I look forward to each year. And with this, I have to say this. If you see somebody without a smile, please give them one of yours. Have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow, and we will see you next week.
Bye, everyone.